Hello everyone, this is Chris, CRYSZ. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not already. This is video number 2. Today I would like to talk about gender dysphoria. So I didn't know what gender dysphoria was for several years, and that's probably why I haven't been able to transition or be able to move forward with some of my struggles, with gender in general. To me, dysphoria, with my experience, and then also going to counseling and seeing my psychiatrist, they had informed me, they're like, oh, it looks like you do have a form of dysphoria. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, well, it's not, it's pretty much what you just described. You don't feel comfortable, in your own skin, or with certain body parts. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's why I've always felt like I'm not saying I haven't felt like somebody else, but I've always felt that male energy so strong. And I've always kind of felt like I was not in the right body. But again, like I said in my last video, society tried to program me differently. They're like, well, you got a beautiful body. Oh, you got nice breasts. You just got that, that perfect little shape that, women would die for. Like they buy, they spend a lot of money to get breasts like I have. And it's true. I believe that I do have a nice body. But to cure some of my depression and to feel like I'm in my body and to actually feel, what's the other word for it? To feel that I'm in my body and not to feel like I'm not in my center, that's where I struggle. Like with this body, being uncomfortable, I don't feel centered. I feel like I leave my body, or I try to find something else. And once I was educated on dysphoria, I'm able to correct the problem, as well as the doctors. They're able to help me correct the issue. So with me though, I do know I have a nice body. And it's not like I want to change it just to be a guy. That's not the case. I think where I stand is I want to find a good medium where I'm comfortable. And that could be a breast reduction. That could be taking testosterone and doing the full transition from female to male. I mean, that is part of my plan, is to start going through the process, which I've already began a lot of the mental work. But I do want to make sure that I go through each step to make sure I'm doing the correct thing. And once I feel good and I don't feel dysphoric, I'm good. And at first I would beat myself up. I beat myself up for quite some time. Let's see. Now I'm just lost. I keep jumping all over the place. Let's see. I beat myself up because I didn't understand it. I haven't. And I beat myself up because I had waited so long. But it's not that I didn't wait so long on purpose. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what transgender was. I didn't know what dysphoria was. I had a few friends that had transitioned, but I didn't quite understand it because it's it was like a mirror image I saw. I was curious, but I didn't quite embrace it myself, that I had been struggling with this for so long, and I was blaming other stuff. I was blaming other stressors in my life, different types of stress that you go through in life, your past, and you always try to come up with excuses on why you go through what you go through. But long story short, all I know is I'm happy that this has been discovered, because then I can get the help that I need to not feel so dysphoric. what else about dysphoria did I go through? Oh yeah, the age. That's what I wanted to talk about. So the age this all began is when I was 6 years old. You know, I didn't know a difference between female and male. I saw everybody the same. I was around my stepbrothers and boys all the time. They would stand up and pee. So guess what? I would stand up and pee. Climbing trees. Like, I would climb all the way to the top of the tree. It didn't matter if I did better than a boy or not. Like, I played with cars, like the little Hot Wheel cars. Like, and I played with Barbies. But everything was so equal. Like, I did have a feminine side and I do have a masculine side, and I still do. Everybody does. But I don't know, just not seeing the difference. I think I started seeing the difference when I was in, I'd say 5th and 6th grade. No, 6th. It was 6th grade. And my friend, I remember her saying, well, I want to date boys and this and that, and her makeup and all this, the long hair and the boys that were attracted to her. I just remember realizing, oh my gosh, there are boys, there are girls. You know, I do feel different. Like, so I tried to grow my hair out. I tried to be that girly person, and I realized that, you know, it just didn't fit for me. And even in, let's see, junior high and high school, through junior high, elementary, and junior high and high school, I would literally, like, and I don't know why the cutting hair thing is, that's probably where a lot of my dysphoria is. Like, having the short hair, having the masculine look made me feel good. So I would get my hair cut short and wear skater boy clothes, and I would feel amazing. But then my friends were getting all these dates and stuff like that, and I don't know, it was just the back and forth. It's like I went back and forth. I tried to fit in, and then I didn't, and then I went back to myself, and then I tried to fit in, and then I went back to myself. And I think that's just caused a world of havoc. So that is it for today. Like, we'll talk about more later. But I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown of gender dysphoria and how it can be so different for everybody. And again, we'll see how this process goes. It's a step. 36 years old, and I'm finally really stepping on my journey, and I feel like it's a rebirth in a sense. So don't forget to subscribe. CRYSZ Boy BOY. Okay?